A pair of federal judges calling for the Trump administration to use around $5 billion in contingency funds to pay for frozen SNAP benefits. It is 5 o'clock. I'm Jeff Giannolo.
I'm Elizabeth Din. Those benefits set to freeze tomorrow amid the government shutdown. Joey Vaca spoke with Oregon lawmakers about what this all means. He joins us live with more. Joey?
Yeah, Liz, Jeff. So there's two federal rulings, one out of Rhode Island, where a judge ordered the Trump administration to use that money to pay for SNAP. Then the other came from Massachusetts, where a judge gave the administration until Monday to decide if they'll use that contingency money to partially fund SNAP or find other money to fully fund it. Oregon's Attorney General Dan Rayfield was on that Massachusetts suit. He's calling the ruling a reminder that common decency still matters, but all of this while the government shutdown nears its second month.
A few minutes ago, we learned SNAP benefits must continue despite the shutdown, judge tells Trump administration.
Oregon Senator Ron Wyden calling the federal court rulings a victory in a room full of SNAP recipients and service providers. But even with SNAP funding potentially on the way, Congress still can't agree on a funding deal to reopen the government.
Pause right there. I want to, before we carry on, I want to say this. So they happy that the judge forced Trump to partially fund SNAP benefits or find a way to fully fund it. How do we find a way to fully fund the government? What, you want him to go ask his friends to fully fund the SNAP recipients? Or you want him to use the $5 billion that we have on standby for an emergency? For an emergency. For SNAP benefits that just don't end until the 1st, which is tomorrow on Saturday, right? I'll say this. What's more important? You know what's more important than giving people their SNAP benefits for the first day that they don't have it? How about we pay the federal employees money that they didn't get paid for the whole month? Because you got to think about this. In comparison, you got SNAP benefits that just ended. It's the first day. It hadn't even been the first day yet, and the judge is talking about, oh, you gotta use all your safety fund for them. And of course, you can't pay all of it. I want y'all to put in this aspect, right, before I continue the video. If he used $5 billion, listen. If he used $5 billion to give it to the SNAP recipients, he still can't give them too much because he needs $8 billion. Y'all do the math on that. He needs $8 billion to satisfy all the SNAP benefits. The SNAP benefits for the recipients, right? He only has 5. So y'all motherfuckers barely getting half of what y'all originally were getting. And then y'all gonna be complaining about, I need the whole amount. I can't just use half, right? While the government is like, oh damn, our money is deflated and it's frozen because the government is closed. Wow. And that was just the first day. So the judges come out the woodwork for the SNAP recipients while the federal employees have been without a paycheck for one whole month. 2 paychecks, and they're going on the 3rd paycheck. And the SNAP benefits ain't even there yet. The money ain't even up yet. It's tomorrow. On the 1st, the SNAP benefits stop. And the judge is already trying to force Trump to move money. How about you move money for the federal employees that need it? Y'all care about motherfuckers with the SNAP benefits, and it's only been one day. Motherfuckers can live one day without food. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers can live a weekend without new SNAP benefits. You're not gonna die. Y'all got food in there, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this. If you ain't got no food in your fridge right now, you're a SNAP recipient. You're not spending the money right. You ain't got no money. So you ain't got no food. So you just sitting there chilling. So you just damn near foodless until they re-up the thing, huh? That's crazy. And now we got to use the whole amount that we can't even fund you. We can't even give you what you owe because we don't have it. Bro, y'all got to open y'all eyes, bro. Open your eyes, bro, and just see what's going on. I'm telling you. Just open your eyes and see what's going on, man. These people are crooks right in front of you. And tell me if that don't make sense in the comment section. Let's keep going.
Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley says they have a bill to vote on if the Republican majority will let them.
It all comes back to the same central premise of the Republicans under Trump's leadership deciding to attack the fundamental benefits of ordinary Americans, inflicting pain on ordinary Americans as a negotiating strategy.
After 13 failed Senate votes, I asked Wyden what the sticking point is. He tells me it's the effort to address rising costs.
But now senators are home. They're going to be home this weekend, be home for Veterans Day. And I think people, regardless of whether they're Democrats or Republicans, are going to say, you told us you were going to make things more affordable. That we
Pause. Before he say that, they got the gall. You home on Veterans Day, but you can't pay the veterans. You're home on Veterans Day, but you pause the money so then the veterans don't get paid. Trump had to have one of his homies come through and donate the money to pay some of these veterans, so we don't have active duty members on Veterans Day without pay serving our country. He had somebody donate, or a friend of Trump's donated money to the Department of War to distribute it to the veterans while the government was shut down. And this dude right here is talking about SNAP benefits, G. You get to come home with your fully paid paycheck that you've been paid with, talking about I'm coming home for Veterans Day. Get up out of here, bro. You see the hypocrisy? This is nonsense. This is insensical. This is crazy. This is nonsense. I don't understand it. And then you blame Trump. Trump made sure the veterans were eating. Trump made sure the veterans were getting money in their pocket so their family be straight while they out in the service. Trump did that. But y'all blaming Trump. Trump is the reason why the veterans are even eating. But y'all focus on the SNAP benefits by the other federal employees aren't eating at all. They've been without a check for a month. The SNAP benefit ain't been without food, a SNAP within a day. It ain't even been a day. It ain't even been an hour. This is y'all leaders, man. This is who y'all let lead y'all. And if you confused, you're gonna be like, yeah, this guy's right. I guess what I just said ain't logical at all, huh? You talking about SNAP benefits? These niggas ain't been without money in one day. Our federal employees have not been paid. Our regular individuals of our life, the people that functions our world, air traffic controllers, TSA, we have not paid them. They're calling off work. That leaves our country very vulnerable to attack. And you're worried about SNAP benefits. SNAP, they haven't been without food. They've been having SNAP this whole time. But y'all jump up and save the SNAP recipients immediately. What about our government employees? They literally haven't had, and their employees that are on SNAP or not on SNAP. Regardless, you need to give them their money. In the discussion, I don't want to speak no further.
be able to have lower grocery prices, and we're not seeing it.
Even before the court rulings, Oregon's congressional delegation was pushing hard for the administration to release the contingency funds and pay for SNAP. But I asked, why not focus their energy on ending the entire shutdown?
I've made it clear that I'm willing to talk to the administration and Republicans at any time, 24/7. You look, for example, at health care. I'm the senior Democrat on the Finance Committee. Donald Trump says to our committee, we want a bipartisan bill to make sure that folks aren't getting hammered on these premiums. I can write it.
Oregon Governor Tina Kotek also reacting to today's court ruling on SNAP, calling it a welcome development, but also urging the administration to use those funds immediately, saying any appeal would show the administration is allowing Americans to go hungry. Now, even with this order, benefits could still take weeks to get to people. Live in downtown Portland, Joey Vaca.
Nonsense, man. Listen, I'm just basing off what this man just said. Even with those orders, the benefits could take weeks. The government could be open by then. Or the government could be open by Monday when they're going back to vote on it again. So what y'all do is y'all have y'all Democratic federal government, your federal judges try to force Trump to do it. Trump's not going to do it, bro. I'll tell you this. Trump ain't going to do it, even if he's told by the judges to do it. Because it's a simple vote that will open the government and give those monies to them. Why use my funds when you can just vote and it will go open and it'll go straight to them even more fastly? They won't even get this money for weeks, he just said. Plural, weeks. Why waste time? I'd rather Trump give that money to the federal employees and wait for the government to open back up so and then get it back. Because you know why? They've been waiting a month later more. They've been waiting a month more than the average person that is off on the SNAP recipients. Yeah, y'all tripping about, y'all should know how to function with low amount of money. Low or no amount of money, bro. You telling me they're going to start the first day that they don't have SNAP benefits on their card, bro? The first day. No. You know who's really starving? These federal employees are starving. Their car notes are due. Their mortgages are due. Their credit cards are due. You know what happens when they can't pay their bills? You're messing up their credit. Credit card don't get paid. You know what I mean? And you get a ding on your credit after a month. Car notes behind. You got to pay the fees. Rent's behind. You got to pay every fee every day that you're late. A certain percentage of money. That's going to eat up the whole check. And then they're going to be behind for the next month. But y'all not going to pay them at all. And then you're going to have to tax them at the wazoo because you're giving it to them in a big-ass lump sum. Bro, this is screwed. I like how they're switching the narrative, making it seem like, oh, well, the judges say, Trump, you got to do it by Monday. Well, good thing we're voting on Monday. And even if I did do it, it won't get to recipients of EBT for 2 weeks. But if you voted today and said we open this up, they'll have it today or a few days. Because what does it make sense to pull $5 billion out of an emergency fund to give when you need $8 billion? There's no point to do that when there's a simple 4 votes will get us in. A simple 4 votes, but you see how they justified, oh, it's Veterans Day, all the senators are going home to the Veterans Day. Bro, it's Veterans Day. Feed our veterans, G. Feed our government employees, G. You talking about SNAP recipients. Them niggas ain't been without food more than a day. But these government employees have been without food for more than a month. Yeah. This is nonsense, bro. And this is why I don't like to entertain the government too much because of this certain aspect, bro. This is the reason why the left is very lost. They're the lunatic left lofties. They just lost. And it's not everybody, but for the individuals that it are, if you don't see the hypocrisy, the delusion, the miseducation and the misinformation that they're spreading to try to bring it back on Trump. Trump has no control. Really, the government's closed because of the government, because of the right. I mean, because of the left, because of the Democrats. Just 4 votes, bro. Save your people. Really. Majority of SNAP recipients are Democratic. Save them. Open the government and give those people that food. Open the government and save the government employees. It's that simple. You holding the government. What is going on? How is you going to hold the government hostage? Because of your personal agenda. Let them people eat. What's going on with y'all? Oh, it's the Republicans' fault. The Republicans voted to open the government. You're voting or not to open the government until you get your way. They're not going to do it, bro. And they're not going to give the funds. You know what Trump going to do? He's like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to ask the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court is going to take a good old minute to reply. It doesn't make sense anyway. Why would I give you $5 million when you need $8 million? It don't feed you, G. It won't feed you, man. Barely. And then how that long that's going to last for? That money should be going to the government employees. But if I did give it to the recipients of SNAP, I would give you barely more than half. And then how long do we wait then? Do we use another safety fund that we don't have now because we just depleted it because of that? Now you're still starving. Now you can't survive the next 2 weeks that they're going to hold the government hostage. Come on, let's think logically here. I'm tired of the nonsense. And I know other people are tired of the nonsense, Republican or Democrat. We're all tired of the nonsense. Let's just say that. Because they think people like us are ignorant. Oh, he's ignorant. He don't know. And it's funny because I think the Democrats lie in our face. They pretend like we're dumb. And that's how it seems. It seems like if I was Democratic and I was listening to this, I'm like, are you lying to me to make me feel like you're telling the truth? Because I obviously know the truth. The truth is out there. Why the hell would I blame Trump for something that you have a position on? And then why would I ask Trump to save us when you could just sign this and it'd be over just like that? Trump even said, I'll come back to the table and negotiate. Bipartisan, bro. Nah. It ain't no bipartisan over here. It's just straight Democratic. What is going on? This is why I can't trust the party, bro. They're willing to cut their hand off to save their fingers. Listen to me. They willing to cut the hand off to try to save the fingers. Nigga, you cut them all off anyway. They're all cut off. You're backwards. You're supposed to save the body by cutting the hand. Not cut the hand to save the fingers, G. They tweaking. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Lastly, tell me what you think. And don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Savage. Let's go. Peace.